West, y'all.
All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Empty Out the Clip podcast, the EOTC. My name is Cams, and I'm here with the only brother in the house, Lady Smith. What's up, man?
What's up? Looking good, mate. I like your new hairstyle there, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, no, I've been getting some comments all week about it. Like, you look different. What's so different about you? You know that?
You're getting ready for the Blues one.
Yeah, man. What a great win! Yeah, man. So yes, today, I think everyone's relaxing this weekend. But nah, man, we'll push through it. So let's do some shoutouts.
Sweet, man. Well, my first shoutouts to cousin Yash, man. Yash popped in this afternoon, got a fade. It was good to catch up with that dude. It's been a minute. Another shoutouts to Lorenzo Caesar, who's putting in a lot of work in South Auckland. It's going the extra mile, man. I think the guy deserves his flowers for the work that he does in his small community and for his workplace and for his church community. Another one's to my fam over in Hawaii right now, man. They went over for that their fest pack, and it's awesome to see my cousin Mika, Uncle Enge, and Uncle Lepaio out there. Just of the familiar faces that I grew up with, celebrating the Pacific Arts in that festival in Hawaii. I'm a bit jealous because I got a cousin Ben who's over there at the moment, and he's like the cameraman. So he actually lives in Auckland, and he met up with the family in Honolulu. So I mean, the last 3 days I've just been just drowning myself watching all the videos and all the different performances and all the shopping centers that they been performing at. That's been cool to watch. And my last one's probably to my two girls who helped me finish off my fence finally. This has been like a painstaking project, because like every weekend has been shit weather, man. And it's like if one of them says nah, then it's like I gotta say okay, leave it then. But if they both say, oh, who's here? Because Kid didn't play yesterday, so it was like a good win there to sort of like, okay, we need to get back from Leroy's game. We'll go out there and finish it. And now, we managed to finish it off, man. And I think the fence looks good, eh? Well, Yash said it looked great anyway. So now that wraps up my shout outs. Oos.
Nice. I'll make a shout out to one of those that's been on the podcast, Filippo, for man. That guy's the man. He's been coming in to take photos of the covers of the magazine now. So we had a first photo shoot on Saturday at Te Alatu Peninsula Tennis Club with another guy that's been on the podcast before, Wolf Level. He's in the council board, the board for Henderson Messi. And he's an avid a tennis player too. So I figured get him on the cover of the magazine with a tennis racket, we'll get probably put down to do a photo shoot of him in action, taking some action shots on the courts. So that was on Saturday. So shout outs to Will too for coming along and Filippo for putting in his work. And it's good because he's got this side thing going on. He's a bit of a wants to do his photography thing. He's got his little name there, Tavakia Media. So if you can find him on socials on Instagram. Yeah, so shout outs to those guys. Also shout outs to all the listeners to the West Network, and now all the readers of the West Sports Mag who pick up one of our magazines at the supermarkets we leave when we publish an issue. You can find them on Woolworths, Kelston, Woolworths, Te Atatu South, and Pack and Save Henderson. Shout outs to all you guys, and don't forget to check out the Empty Out the Clip Facebook page on Facebook. It's a private group page, so just answer the 3 questions and we'll let you in. It's your chance to first in some comments and throw in some articles and we can talk about it on the podcast. Okay, man. It's been a busy 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks I've been busy trying to move house. So failed to do an episode last week. And I guess, did we do an episode the week before that? I can't remember, but seems like it's been ages, man. Seems like it's been a long time. But man, I'm settled in the house now. Got rid of the other house. It's all gone, all done, signed away. So, all that hard work's done. But how's your week been though?
Oh man, It's been I did a whole week. I did a full week. Did a full week this week, except for Friday. Golua wasn't too well. I think he's just deprived of sleep. But like with that happening too, man, um, because I started a new job and there's a lot of like bending over under conveyors. I think I must have like bruised my just below my shin or like above my shin, below my what's it called? Your patella. That's your knee. So yeah, I must have bruised it, and man, I feel like I felt the gout coming in. And sure enough, bro, it was the cows. Because I was like, man, my leg feels fuller, like I've been doing exercise, but I haven't doing jack shit. And yeah, decided to go sit of the rubbish, bro. Sure enough, bro, felt my leg hyperextending, bro. I got a full on gout attack on Friday, man. So that's no good. Saturday was Gaia too. Sunday is only just sort of passing. But nah, I've just been hooked at the TV as much as I can, man. Just catching up on all the festivities over in Hawaii, man. Like seeing the different performances that my family are while they're over there. I think it's awesome, mate. Like I know there's a big Tokelau community in Hawaii and Oahu especially, and most of them reside on the north side. But it was just cool seeing like this family, like getting off Tokelau and over in Hawaii in their space, like because that's what they do, man. It really is just fish, sing and eat. So it's just cool to see them enjoying themselves, and like they've got different uniforms for different malls and like different stages that they've been performing at. Yeah, and then I did catch one of the orator specials that they had, and I think it must have been like at a big stadium, man. But what buzzed me out was like of the 20 nations that showed up. This is what made me laugh also. Like my take was is all right. Like for a New Zealand born Kiwi, Tokelau, and my Samoan's all right. But I listened to six nations speak, and five of them, bro, I could understand, like, because they had the interpreter and then they had the subtitles underneath, and I was just laughing. It was like, bro, the Maori language, because they say the Maori language is close to Rarotongan. Then they say the Rarotongan language, if you listen closely enough, you can understand it because it's similar words to Tokelau. But they had like the Rapa Nui language as well, man. So it's like it's like a mix of like Tokelau and Maori, but you can clearly understand that the words are exactly the same, man. And I was just buzzing out like, fine. Then I think there's another island got up and spoke, I just shook my head in disbelief, like how similar it is. But yeah, I was just amazed. And then the Samoan language, obviously, it's like, I could understand what the guy was talking about. But no, I was just buzzing out like just over the first 2 days, which is Monday, Tuesday, and then up until today. I think I'm only catching up to day 4 of the small groups, the Tahoe groups performances. And yeah, it's bringing back memories. Like I even said to my wife, man, I wish we were in Ala Moana right now, because they performed at Ala Moana Mall yesterday, and I know the statue where they performed because there's a video clip from I think it's Rebel Soldiers. They got a video clip chauffeur that's performed sort of like just outside that sequence of palm trees, and it's sort of like the group was performing with their back to the mall, but like facing outwards. And man, it just made me wish I was there. You know what I mean? Because it's cold here, but it would be just a vibe just to go shopping over there and just watch the family perform, man. And like it's pretty cool because it's full of tourists right now. So if you're like foreign, like you could be Japanese, you could be Palangi, American, whatever, just seeing all those performances randomly happen all around the town, it would be cool to watch.
How long are they there for?
I think they're there for a week, man.
Oh,
For a week, yeah. Well, I could be wrong. It could be a bit more, but now it's just, man, jealous, like just seeing them, because like I know, like I think they're staying in Waikiki, and then they moved. I think they moved out to Ala Moana, staying out there as well. But yeah, just it's cool that my cousin and his wife are like just reporting. It's DJ Jackson's parents, so they're filming live, and we get to watch all their lives of what they're doing for the day in the morning and that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like they're there, and it's just it's just it's fulfilling, you know what I mean? Especially because they're all there for the purpose of celebrating the arts and stuff. But like,
Do they have at the Polynesian Centre they have over there?
They might have had like one meet there, but from what I gather, a lot of it's out in Ala Moana and more towards Waikiki, not so much PCC area. But no, yeah, it's just because it looks too busy. You know what I mean? Because like in the township, and you got all the buildings, all the hotels and stuff, the resorts and that. Yeah, like bro, they literally ride and bang in the center of where it's all just tourism. Not so much the island, but like I sort of got like emotional watching them sing like a hybrid of songs that I knew I grew up listening to when my uncle was living here, and my cousin Mika is sort of like my uncle's elder son. So my cousin Mika, he got degreed in that, and he moved back to Tokelau to sort of give back on looking after the international students. So he would help the transition of kids leaving the island going into like high school and university in the Pacific. So now he's got this group. They went over to Hawaii, and it's just cool seeing him like take ranks over his dad, sort of thing. Like just sort of taking the education side and the performing arts and taking the people off the island. Like for some of them, it was the first time they've left Tokelau. So what a cool place to go and venture at. It's like Hawaii. But now it's been heartwarming because you can understand like how people come a long way, especially when they talk about the carvings and the art. What makes your people stand out from the other Pacifica, and for us it's the necklaces, it's the bar, the fishing lure. So like we see the hat and the bar, it's like, man, you can look through all the traditional dresses of every other Pacifica, but we just stand out because you can tell that they're wearing a bar and the hat. So it's been pretty cool, considering that their place is like swarmed of 20 nations right now. So that's what I've been up to. What about yourself?
Oh, nice. Yeah, man, it's been a funny week. It's been obviously because we moved to our new place now, and like just seems like we've been busy for so long for the last couple of weeks. It's like not busy, and like it's like thinking, oh, is there anything else to do? Do we, So it's like, okay, gotta work, and probably hasn't sunk in yet that we have to settle in our new place. But man, it's been a bit of that. Managed to record before that. Managed to finish off the latest magazine of the West Sports, so that's out online now and at the supermarkets. Also managed to record a couple of episodes of Channel 135. It's a podcast about our movies and TV shows that, man, I always love to do, and never get around to keep it going. But I managed to do 2 episodes with some of the boys. One's out now. We reviewed The Acolyte, the new Star Wars show on Disney Plus, and I'm editing one now. We did a draft, X-Men draft. I'm still editing, and hopefully I'll get that out tonight or the next couple of days. Yeah, man, just trying to get back on track with Empty Out the Clip as well. Glad we jumped on tonight to get Empty Out the Clip back on. Always sucks when you miss out a week, but now it's good. Yeah, man. So I guess work tomorrow, and I did go to. Last week I did go to the Blues game against Fiji Jura at Eden Park.
Yeah, how was the atmosphere?
It's not like the Warriors atmosphere. There's still empty seats. You know what? They even shut down the whole East stand. So there's no one at the East stand.
I noticed that. Like, it almost looks like clean cut. Like they sit on their seats. They've been cleaned, or they're being reserved for next week.
Yeah, that was interesting. But there was 2 things I saw in that game that I've never seen before in Eden Park. Right. First one was they turn off the lights now when the Blues
come out
before they come on the field.
Yeah.
So they turn off the lights and have a little bit of a light show sort of thing going on. So I've never seen that before. And then the second thing I saw was on the loudspeakers during the stoppages, they have this blues chant happening in the loudspeakers, and it's like, "We are the blues, we are the blues, we are the blues." On the speaker, I'm like thinking, man, that is cringe, man.
Oh, that sounds absolutely cringeous. Come on, Channels. What's going on there, mate?
But it's like, okay, come on. I know the Warriors are the hottest show in town right now, selling out every home game they've got for the rest of the season. But man, you don't need to copy what they're doing over there at Mount Smart Stadium, man. You don't need to copy about the lights. You don't need to have a chant like the Warriors have a chant. Matter of fact, isn't the chant a league thing anyway? Every team has a chant.
Oh, you mean like
even clubs have a chant.
Like when they're just chanting in the changing rooms.
Yeah.
Bogan, eh? This is Bogan. It's like Australian Bogan shit, eh? Like, honestly, if I was ever part of a league team and they asked me to chant, I'd be like, I'll be sitting in the corner just drinking the parade. You ask me.
But no, I was just thinking, like, come on, man. You don't want to. That's what it looks like to me. They're just copying everything, what they think, should happen in the park, because obviously the Mount Smart Stadium, they're doing it.
Yeah.
But obviously that's a in-out kind of thing. Like, or they're, like, I haven't been to State of Origin, but I'm sure they have all that stuff happening over there. Those games. I think every club in Australia have those kind of hyped up things in the stadiums, eh?
Yeah. Well, because I remember when I was there, when I went and watched the girls, I went with the girls to watch the final last. It was a couple of seasons ago. Remember they had that stuff like that's on the Freddie Mercury doco, like on Bohemian Rhapsody. They had that Pedo, Pedo. Like, oh fuck, what the hell is this shit, man? Trying to amp up the crowd with their voices and stuff.
Yeah. I just thought it was cringe, man, because I thought it was straight copying, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even need to, man. I mean, rugby is behind, man, in terms of like trying to hype it up for the fans and that. But no, that's another conversation. But yeah, man, I went to the Blues game last week, and I went to the Warriors game last night. So I went to the Warriors game versus Storm. Like I said, tickets were sold out, but my cousin, she's got some season tickets, so I managed to go on one of the seats. So went there last night, and man, atmosphere is
Fire, eh?
mean.
Yeah.
I love it, eh? Like, it's more intimate. I don't go to much Warriors games, but when I do, I always come out thinking it's a way different experience than going to a rugby game in the park. Eh?
J-Dub, I know what you mean. People are like, that's a stink, eh? And you know what it is? The other thing, like, like when the try is on, eh? When the try is on at the league games, the music plays straight away. It's on cue, huh? Like someone's over the line, and the ref hasn't gone to the pocket, and he just points to the spot, eh? The music cues straight away, boom. Then they got the flames, bro, and the crowd's roaring. Is that the All Blacks? Is this like All Blacks or Auckland Blues are eating? It's like a delayed reaction, eh? It's like a late celebration, or it's a celebrate, but it's a new try. It's always like that, man. Makes the game like, oh, what the fuck?
But even being in the crowd, like, it's more intimate, eh? Because the crowd's there, and everyone's like animated. Everyone's animated in the crowd, eh? Like, if you got kids, man, you gotta block your ears sometimes with some of the things they said. Crowd. But it's different. It's a different atmosphere. Eh?
I think even because of the size of the stadium too, eh? No matter what side you're sitting on, like you're close to the field. Whereas like at Eden, bro, you're off. I think you're like 30 meters just to the nearest chair to the seat to the field, eh?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're pretty far back.
Yeah. And you think that was bad? Even if you go to watch a game at the Cape Town in Wellington, it's around. Yeah. Like if you're on the sides, no way. It's like you're far further away. Hey. So, yeah, I think it's all about the fans' experience, and I think compared Eden Park to Mount Smart, Mount Smart probably is a better atmosphere at the moment because you're still seeing some empty seats. Like when I watched the highlights for the Jura game, and I saw when I was at the stadium, there was empty seats everywhere. And it doesn't look good, eh? It doesn't look good. If you look at the game on Friday night against the Brumbies, same thing, empty seats. It doesn't look good for a semi-final. That's a semi-final, man. That's a semi-final on the premier domestic competition, and there's empty
Yeah.
seats. You know, it's not a good look.
Bro, I almost feel like they need to play a curtain raiser. They need to play 2 curtain raiser games and make them first 15 games. Hey, because right now the club rugby hasn't even gotten near the semis yet. So no point in having them down there. But if you had two first 15 games, like say for example, they had played the Mags versus Liston game at Eden last night, or like just before, that would have been cracker of a game.
Mm. Yeah.
History.
So it'll be interesting who shows up to the Blues final next weekend now. If it's going to be a sold out crowd or packed crowd.
Right now, even though we're in the final, I don't think I want to go. Hey, it was too cold, man.
But just the fact that it's going to be it's good. It's great timing. It's great timing, because the Warriors are definitely packing out. And the thing I noticed about the Warriors game, they were going to lose, but the crowd still stayed to the last second.
True, very evident, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just having a packed crowd, and seeing to me it's embarrassing that Super Rugby has empty seats on both semis and quarters. And I think I never saw the Chiefs Wellington game too much, just highlights. But because I was cheering for Chiefs because it meant that Auckland will have a home game, Blues have a home game in the park. But I think I saw some empty seats there. I don't think it was a full out crowd.
I think it was so many yellow chairs.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why they lost. There's no one going to support their team. Not even the Wellingtonians in Wellington want to support their team.
Man.
Gotta go play. I'll say it again, you gotta get up to the 1A players, bro. The 1A rugby players down in the Chiefs carving those guys down in Wellington, man. It was evident in that game, bro. Simo Satiti's son. And then,
the man, Wallace.
Story, bro. That's what I've been saying, mate. That's what I've been saying, bro. We produced the best rugby players, mate. And if the league ain't gonna take them, bro, that's exactly what's happening, man. They go shine somewhere else.
Mm. Yeah, man. So that was me for the week. Sweet. Let's get into our topic. So, man, we got a good one here. So, I found this article in the paper, and I posted it up on our Empty Out the Clip page. The headline reads, James Cook High Assistant Principal Sealan Ramia struck off for inappropriate conduct. So they call him an assistant principal. Is that a deputy principal?
Deputy head. Yeah, deputy.
That's deputy principal,
Yeah.
Salandra Ramia, inappropriate conduct. Now, what sort of inappropriate conduct are we talking about? Well, he's accused for. Let me give you the list of it. Right, here's the list of it. He gave sex toys to the students. He's inappropriately texting with students, sending sexual messages back and forth, right, to the students. And he's been doing it. And his students are like year 12, right? Year 12 students. He's been doing it since 2020. So he's doing it during 2020, 2021, 2022. Telling the student that he loved her. And also telling the student to keep their communications a secret. His text has been found and read out in court. One of his texts to the girl says, "I'm in love with your ass." Another text says, "Send me a pic of every time you weigh yourself." And he also sends pictures of himself naked to the student. Now, bro, I don't know about you, man, but if I was the parents of that kid, I think I'll be going to jail, man. I think I'll be going to prison too, man. Shit.
I'm thinking in my head, this guy will be going to the moguls. Fuck. This is a full error, right? Like, but I also see it as an abuse of his position. Hey, like, all we know is that whatever's been put in the paper, but like that poor girl, who would have received these messages, it would have been an ongoing thing. So to her, it would have been like, what do I do with it? Because, like, you know, if you see something like this on Instagram and the story comes out, but this is the girl making the video of herself saying, oh yeah, my teacher was doing this, and he started sending me stuff. I tried to tell my parents, no one believed me. Shit like that, you know what I mean? But like, fuck, this guy obviously preyed on her, like, for her to not, I don't know. Because if it got found out in court, like, it makes you wonder, like, who was it of the others who received the stuff? Would have probably, the dildos probably would have did it, you know? So this girl would have just suffered in silence, I reckon. And, bro, I reckon put this guy in the max security up in Perry with the freaking mongrel mob and the Black Pals, and don't even say he's affiliated and say he's an ex-Black Pal. Straight up, man, like, fuck, that guy deserves to get beaten up, man. I'm not making excuses for him, man, but like, that's pretty sick, man. I think that's as sick as it gets. Like, he fucking, what in his right mind would have thought that was alright? Especially getting into education, you know? That's the sort of people you don't want around your kids, man. Because obviously he preyed on this poor girl. It makes you sick, eh? Like, that deserves sick kind of the month, man. Especially abusing your power like that, man. You know? What do you think, do you reckon that's love? Do you reckon she would have fell in love with him? Or to not? Oh, fuck.
Well, you know, straight pedophile this guy is, you know, and I don't know much about pedophiles, but it's a sickness, man. It's a sickness, and there's no place on earth in society for that kind of behavior and that kind of sickness. But it is a sickness but if you say sickness, that means it can be cured, right?
It's okay. That's a sickness.
Well, if you say sickness, that means it can be cured. Is that what it means? But maybe the cure is just to not happen again with other people. Like stop the cycle. Because I understand with people like that, especially pedophiles, like it's a cycle thing. Like they've been abused when they were kids.
Yeah.
And they're just carrying it on. So might be too late for those. You know, it's sad to see these kids getting abused when they're young, and then they grow up to be doing the same things on other kids because that's all they know, right? There's trauma from that time.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to stop it before it happens. So, you don't birth another a pedophile in the future. But man, the thing is, if you read what this guy's done, and it doesn't even say anything about a sentence. It says, obviously they've chucked his teaching license away, and he's got a $7,000 fine. And I'm reading on, and I don't see any other mention of other punishments he's got. Yeah.
Inexcusable behavior, the way. Like,
yeah, inexcusable behavior. Yeah, of course he's
like,
gonna.
Fuck.
His job is gone. You know, he's not gonna teach or even be near kids ever again.
But like, I mean, like, because you know there was that guy. Remember the island boy who had the relationship with the Whaiaonga, and then had the kids in that. The American teacher and the Samoan.
Oh yeah.
And like, you know, they ended up being together, right? You know, and through all the bullshit, like they saw that those two obviously found that as being a healthy relationship and all the rest of it. But like in this day and age, it's like, you know, like they say that like social media can be a dangerous thing, and what we see, like the people who grew up without the technology, what we see as like being healthy, and that's not right. Like with this generation, like the texting back and forth, little things like that can grow into full-on relationships because people live like that now. You know what I mean? They live and have relationships on social media. But that kid, for it to come out like this, now has to be broken out of that. You're under that spell of, hey, what he was doing to you was not right. You know what I mean? So she's gonna need more help than us just easily saying, "Oh no, arrest him. He's a sick cunt. He shouldn't have been doing that." No, take him out of the picture now, and now she's stuck with this. Oh, he was sending me stuff like he cared about me, because he would have had to butter her up, you know. It wouldn't have just been like, "Hey, you're hot," like, you know. It would have been more than that. But yeah, that's alarming, eh? It's alarming, man. Like, oh,
Yeah.
not right, eh?
Yeah, it says, yeah, you know what I'm concerned about? I'm concerned about there's no other sort of penalties to him yet,
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, this article doesn't talk about any conviction sort of going to court and getting a
More
conviction for it.
just canceling his license to be able to teach.
Other than that, that's the only thing, it looks like. And a fine.
Yeah.
$7,000 fine, but nothing about going to court or, you know. So,
I mean, it's sick, man. Like, we used to say that, like, bro, she doesn't end up going to want to, like, fall in love with him and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And like, I'd believe it if it came out, like, oh, no, yeah, I'm going to stand by him. We're going to be together. Shit like that. It's like, fuck. Because, like, that's the power of social media and the power that this guy had as a principal, like a deputy principal, you know? Yeah, that's sick.
yeah, sick cunt. But, you know, if you compare this story to another story that I saw on a 1ZB, and you probably know this guy because it looks like he was a former teacher at Custom Boys. But 1ZB, News Talk 1ZB website has got an article here titled "Author, Former Teacher Claimed Child Sex Abuse Material Was Writing Inspiration." So there's this guy, his name's Murray Seki, 74 years old. He's actually got a conviction. So he's been to court. He got convicted for having inappropriate photos on his USB drive at home. And obviously it's a graphic nature to do with kids, right?
Yeah.
And he's got caught with all these photos of, quotes, kids in his hard drive. He says it's for purposes of a book he's writing. But he's been convicted and he's sentenced to 18 months or 15 months intensive supervision and 5 months of community detention. Now, if you compare that, if you see, he's automatically got this sentence and punished just for having photos in his possession, just photos. Yeah. This other guy at James Cook High, the deputy principal, he's actually actioning some dodgy shit. He's actually doing some dodgy shit, and there's no mention of any going to court or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, or maybe it hasn't happened yet, but to me, it should be straight away.
Yeah.
It should be straight away. So,
It's a tough one, eh? It's a tough one because the music teacher had a USB with all photos, and maybe the nature he was using all that stuff, eh? But still, man, in its own right, it's fucking still sick, eh?
Yeah. I think when it comes to that kind of stuff, when kids are involved and sex and all that kind of stuff, like, it's too, you don't want to go near that sort of shit at all when it comes to schools. Hey, teachers can't be near any of that kind of dodginess, even if it is like, what is the excuse? Oh, I'm writing a book. No, man, you can't be around kids and writing a book like that, man. Come on, man. You're just getting on for nice, man. Unless there's something wrong with you.
Right. I think there's no excuse for it, eh? Like, again, with teachers and, like, because the students, like, you're there to learn, right? You're there to learn from the teacher, and if the teacher's in a position where they're abusing it, like that Mr. Seiki guy, like fuck, how many guys there in his time when he was a music teacher at Custon would he have even had those fucking thoughts on his mind? Like if he's gone and written 15 books and a lot of it was supposed to be made up, but his head would have been fucking. He would have had to have gone somewhere in his mind to come up with all the stuff that he came up with, especially to publish 15 books. But yeah, you're right though. The comparison there is to what was written and published, and what physical evidence he had was just pictures in comparison to fucking sending dildos and actually finding text messages and emails. Like, shit.
What
And
more
like,
do you need, eh? What more evidence do you need to get this
that's why
guy
it's
out
like,
of there, man?
yeah. This guy shouldn't be going to the courtroom. He should be going to the morgue, man. Like, bullet in the head, uma. Like, fuck. Because I almost feel like you need to say it's a ma'i. Like to say it's a ma'i is like, to me that feels like it's a light. Give them a lighter sentence. You know, it's like, oh, they're not well. But it almost feels like when you say that in a white man's courtroom, it's just lighten the sentence. You know what I mean? Don't come down heavy on them. It's like lighten the sentence. Like I feel like, man, it's like depending on what side the coin lands on that day is how it's gonna get served. You know what I mean? But if it lands upright, oh, fucking good luck. You know what I mean? Cause shit, he could get, you know, because this what did Mr. Seki get? He just got like supervision. What about this teacher who's done or what he's done? The deputy principal.
Yeah. You know, even I was just thinking about, you know, how it's a cycle. We got to stop the cycle.
Yeah.
It's, if you think about a cycle, right, and you think about what the institutions have done to those poor kids back in the days, hey, with the abuse they suffered, and those, what those kids, those homes for kids, oh,
Yeah, the boarding
homes and that,
yeah.
and like that's a government funded programs, right? And we're talking about trying to stop the cycle, you know. But what if the cycle was started by the government?
Yeah, that's it. That's it's the shit that the Palangi's fault was good for our people. That's why if you look at what the government's done with the cutting of grants and the government of the Māori health system and all that shit, a white man doesn't know what's good for Māori and Pacifica. They have no fucking idea. You know, a Palangi guy is more likely to go see a Palangi doctor, just like a Palangi doctor is more likely to not go to an Asian or Pacifica doctor. We're the same peoples. I'd have more confidence going to either talk to a Pacifica or Indian doctor. That's just me. You know what I mean? But now they're going to cut all their funding. Now, okay, so we're going to have a repeat of what happened back in the day to all those gangs. They were put together because of these places. You know what I mean? So what the fuck do they know? They don't obviously know a lot about us, you know? So I think it's I don't know, it's a hit or miss, man, some days. But it is alarming the way, you know what I mean? Especially when you see like this teacher's 78, 74. We know what's good for him. Okay, he should go get it. Maybe he needs to be put somewhere where he's explaining his shame. Explain his shame and let him deal with it. Because he has to live with it. Live with the shame for the rest of his time on earth now. But this deputy principal, like, he's young. He's a lot younger than the teacher. Or maybe he should do a stint in jail and then come out and talk about his shit. Maybe that will help him clear up his money. I mean, he might not do that sort of thing again. You know? Because putting him in jail and the taxpayer paying for his meals is not going to fix him. I mean, we've seen people who get the murder and come out after 5 years and they're working back in society again, you know? But the jail probably hasn't fixed them. They're more likely to reoffend.
Yeah. So, you know, it's pretty sad story. Pretty sad for the kids involved. Pretty sad for the parents and everyone around it. So, I think these type of things, man, they just continue on happening, and we'll get more stories. Hope this one ends in the right way anyway. But yeah, man. Moving on. Not much in the world of politics these days, eh? Like I think the Prime Minister's been out of the country doing some deals over there in Fiji, going to Fiji and going to the islands, doing his trip in the Pacific. Oh man, we can get into some sports. So Super Rugby Pacific is wrapping up next week. We had a weekend of semi-finals, which was interesting. So the Blues played the Brumbies on Friday night. Hurricanes played Chiefs last night. And for me, being a Blues fan, I was thinking, okay, the Blues need to win, and I thought they would win, seeing that Australia teams aren't that really good. And hopefully the Hurricanes can lose to the Chiefs so we can have a Eden Park grand final against the Chiefs, which was the main goal here. Because man, I had a sinking feeling that if the final was in Wellington and the Cape Town against Hurricanes, I think Hurricanes would have had a good chance against us. I would have thought I would give Hurricanes probably 60-40 chance of winning that game. But yeah, man, I was excited that Hurricanes lost and then we got a final at Eden Park. So, did you catch any of the games?
Yeah, man. Just want to make a shout out to the Wellington Chokers. Fucking, that's the best way to choke a game and down in your own freaking part of the world, man, and choke like the way he's choked. Talk about all the guys you came back to, guys. Talk about your legacy of like having been there since only 2 guys remain to bring it back to a final. Fuck, couldn't even make the final, man. Fucking Gaia. So yeah, shout outs to all those Wellington supporters whose team choked last night. Fucking that's got to be the ugliest result, man. And shout out to a guy named Jeff at work who said that, bro, he's got a feeling in his gut that the Chiefs are gonna show up, eh? And man, they did, eh? I think that, like, yeah, there's not much to say about the Blues. Like, the Blues have just been, I think, the team on the roll. But fuck yeah, bro. I think seeing just the talent that the Chiefs have, and to be honest, it's only in like the spine of the team. It's not right across the park. You know, they don't have what the Blues have. Like, the Blues have got the talent right across the field. Yeah, and just like, you know, any good team, take out the 8, the 9, and the 10. They got nothing. We got firepower right across the park, man. And we're just fortunate enough that our fullback, we got a good enough cover for fullback and first 5. Easy one for us next week, Eagles. I'm not worried about the Spaghetti team. I'm just grateful that they gave us our home final. But yeah, nothing flashy. I think they just do the basics right. Finau was probably the standout for me. Finau and who was it? Satiti. But otherwise, Damien McKenzie was just himself. But I mean, he can be close. He can be shut down, eh? He can be shut down, bro. He's only one-dimensional.
Super Rugby is a history of champions having world-class first 5. If you look at all the champions in the past, all their first 5 has been world-class. And to me, Damien McKenzie is a world-class first 5. That's only because Mawang is gone.
Yeah.
Daniel Carter's gone. And there's no one else ready to step up in their places besides Damien McKenzie, if I look, you know? So that's an interesting dynamic there. That's one that the Chiefs have over us. But I think, man, the Blues look good, man. And they look good the last 2 to 3 games, especially, you know. And even though they were winning in the beginning of the season, they weren't convincing to me.
Yeah.
Like, they would win. But I was like, okay, then the winning's kind of ugly. They're kind of ugly sort of wins, you know, but they're still winning. And it's sort of like a team that needed an identity that I thought, you know, all this talent on the paper. Because that was the Blues story for the last 10 years, man. Look good on paper.
Yeah.
but guy on the field. Hey,
Well,
yeah,
it's hard to go past that. The fact that they're playing like so. If if they're playing what's his name, Za, at the back, and he's not there now. They got Profeta at the back, and we've stayed with Plummer at first. I reckon moving AJ to second five has done us good, man. It showed, man. They knocked the ball on, trying to pull off a move, and still scored off it. You know what I mean? We show classes of excellence like that in the rain. Well, your team's gonna be unstoppable, I think, because our forward pack, I think our forwards have been dominating really well, especially, particularly at the ruck. But yeah, then again, we've been playing against some real shit Lucy's, Lucy trios. But with the Chiefs, that's all they got is their Lucy trio and their 9 and 10. But
yeah.
it'll be interesting game.
They've got injuries too now. Hey, I think Takiyahu got
Yeah,
injured. Eh?
so that's an our favor there, because I don't think they've rotated their team like the way the Blues have been able to rotate guys in and out. Because you remember Petty isn't playing, and
Yeah,
still
that's a sad thing, eh?
still
Because
managing
man,
to
he
play.
deserves to be on the field.
Yeah,
That final.
that's the sad part.
Mm.
So yeah, quietly confident, but then again, Mackenzie is human, bro. You saw how he checked a couple of seasons ago, couldn't get the win over the Crusaders. So that's why I'm saying he's human, bro. He's human.
Yeah. Another good reason to win is because it's Akira. You won his last game for the
Yeah.
Blues. He's off to Japan after this game, this final. Man, when you think of that guy, his, and you think of his legacy for Auckland Rugby, what do you get out of that?
Straight up, if you want me to be honest, all promise and no deliver, bro. He literally has to win this game before then he'll have a legacy with cementing, to be fair. Because I feel like they've just kept him around where they could have gotten rid of him. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, Satiti, probably a guy after him would probably be another 1A guy. Because Satiti's from LaSalle, and that's from 2 or 3 seasons ago. They got a custom number 8 down there, Lawaki that's down there. So they got a lot of Lucy players they could have stayed here. You know what I mean? And that's all because the Blues didn't want to get rid of Akira. So Herman Hodgkins is pretty much just secured that's those 2 Lucy positions. Because I think them trying to model Akira after Jerome Kaino, I don't think it's 2 different players, 2 different dynamic players. But if you think about Aki's early days, bro, I thought he had all the promise in the world, man. I was a massive Aki fan. Straight out of school, when he broke into the 7th circuit, to me, he was supposed to be our man. But I didn't ever want to see him play anywhere else but number 8. But then when they moved him to 6, I sort of felt like, man, why did they do that for? We literally had our own number 8. That was our Zinzan Brook. He pretty much had the same game, the running game, the kicking game, the fend. So I think when they moved into 6, I sort of felt like, man, they're trying to make another dream kind of, because kind of was originally a number 8 too, So he's got to win. He's got to win this game, and then he can walk away and be like, see, I won it. Yeah, we finally got one. But if he doesn't, it's gonna be like, damn. Or promise and no deliver, man.
He doesn't start anymore, eh? Akira, he doesn't start. He comes off the bench now.
Oh, they should start him, bro. Fuck, you want him. You want the best minutes at the start.
Hang on. Wait, they've got their back 3 is Papali'i, Sotutu, and no, this is Akira. Eh? He's does he come off the bench? I can't even remember.
Who started that lock though in placement of Paddy?
They got Derry and who they got? Behe or something. A new guy. Oh no, Ioane does start at 6. Yeah, he's been starting at 6. Yeah, I thought so. Otherwise they wouldn't have anyone else, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Akila starting at 6 all through the playoffs, and yeah, no, he's been starting at 6. Yeah, I think when I think about him, like you're right. Like he had the promise to be a regular All Black, eh?
Should have
Like
been,
his
bro.
brother,
He should have been. Yeah.
like his brother. But I know sometimes he has those like those attitudes, eh? Like he's that enforcer kind of attitude, but it's like little kids kind of attitude at the same time. Like always gets into those fights, eh? The fights on the field,
Yeah.
arguments and that.
Those give away certain advantage or something at the ruck where he's like coming from the side or hands on
Yeah.
the guy on the ball and then he's giving like a short advantage or something like that, eh?
Mm.
But
But I
like
think what he's
our final
done,
was good. Remember the year that we won the supposedly smaller final and we
yeah,
beat the Crusaders. Like I thought that year he was good. Like I thought,
mm.
yeah, that's us, you know. If he had have left then, I would have been like, yeah, bro, he at least he got one under his belt.
Mm. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, hope they win for his sake, and he gets to get a kick at goal, Eden Park for the
Yeah.
last score if
I
they're,
did.
if they're well ahead. But now, man, yeah, the other thing interesting about that game is see who's going to show up. How many of the crowd's going to show up? If it's going to be a packed house or what? Because I think they need it. I think if there's not a packed crowd in the park this final, it's a fail for NZR. NZR should look at themselves and say, "Look what you've done. You fucked this game up."
It's hard. It's hard to follow. Super Rugby is hard to follow, man. There's more interest in the grassroots, like first 15, man. People want to watch that shit, man. Plus, it's more competitive, you know.
Mm.
It's more competitive. I think it's more the tribalism and the prowess of like being proud of like the school. Like even like Botany Downs, like Botany Downs is up in the 1A now, but they be getting funged, eh? But they're still showing up. You know what I mean? They're still showing up.
Didn't Custom play them this weekend?
Yeah, I think Customs fucking give them a good hiding. But yeah, I heard they got a few good players, but it just shows the standard of like the footy here up in Auckland.
Speaking of schools rugby, you put an article up on the page about Westlake boys first 15. Now they've been champions of Auckland in the last 2 years, eh? So
Yeah.
now they've got this. They've adopted the what is it? The electric. What is it?
Smart
The
mouth guard.
The super mouth guard. Is that
Yeah.
what they call it? Super mouth guard.
I think it's a smart mouth guard.
Oh, smart mouth guard. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
smart mouth guard. So the mouth guard can monitor your head knocks on the game. So if you get a head knock, the mouth guard can send a signal to the sideline doctor, say, "Oh, you've just had a head knock. Come out for HIA test."
Yeah.
And we got some comments under the article from Ty.
Yeah.
So he's explained the pros and cons. So it's good for CTE research, so players don't get dementia like what Carl Heyman's got right now. But the pros are like, is it accurate? Like, there's questions around accuracy. We get like a little tap on the head, and the mouth guard still sends a signal. But and also the question: do only the rich schools get the mouth guard?
Yeah. Nah, I think, yeah, like that's I think for Thai because that's a typical custom response to something. But like if you're looking at the bigger picture, it's a good thing because one thing they don't teach in rugby, and I'm a product of it, is they don't teach about concussions. No one knows about it. It buzzes me out that I came from an era where if you didn't have a mouth guard, you weren't allowed on the field. Even when I played league grassroots, they speak about concussion. Like if you've had a head knock, they didn't do that in rugby. And I've been to many Auckland rugby training camps, and pretty much like most training camps where they bring different schools in to do different trainings, they never once talk about concussion and the safety regulation around wearing a mouth guard. It buzzes me out. When I was a junior and I was playing up at Watermata Rugby League, the coaches would say to us, if you didn't have a mouth guard, you weren't allowed to play. It was simple. If you forgot the mouth guard, you weren't allowed to play. I think if you hear that enough, you want to just mold the mouth guard, be able to talk with it comfortably, be at peace with the fact that, hey, if you don't have your mouth guard, it's not until you see the head knocks, right? Like, and I think I remember playing as a junior and hearing like Matt Ruhr say something like, why do boxers wear mouth guards? Think about it like that. You know what I mean? That's a combat sport, and the guy who has to wear something in his mouth to protect his brain. That's the closest thing they can make for it if you're not wearing a helmet, like a headgear. So in my head, it's a no-brainer. If the guy from the NRL's come down here to Grassroots Rugby League and saying wear the mouth guard, you know? And rugby, they don't do it. You never hear one, like, name in the last 25 years, name one advocate that you can name off the back of your hand that's talking about mouth guards and head like concussion. You probably name one ACC ad that ever came up and talked about concussion. No one does it. So the fact that a school is doing it, like, it's about bloody time, man. Is the school rich? I mean, probably compared to like going to Waitakere College and Liston, it's probably got a lot more money. But, you know, it's more the well-being, bro. It's more of the what-ifs, you know, that they're stamping out. So you can only applaud the school for going above and beyond, you know, because I don't think that the student would have to pay for it. Like, you know, that's a cost maybe Ty was thinking about, oh, what was this? Only the rich schools will get it. Well, what are the rich schools in comparison are you talking about? Like, because the device is now like the norms now, isn't it? Back in the day, it wasn't. So you can't say a school is rich because you need a device. That's become the norm. So if the norm's playing rugby at a school is having a smart mouth guard, so be it, man. Because I
Should
can
be the
guarantee rugby.
responsibility. It should be the responsibility of NZR.
Yeah,
To
well,
make sure
that's it.
every school should have these mouth guards.
should have these mouth guards. And like, if they want to fix the game and save the if they're like as an investment, also, if that's the investment as the player, invest in these smart mouth guards from the grassroots up, because that way they got no lawsuits on their hands later on in life, and like all further down the track. But I mean, it needs to be. You're thinking about the long game, bro. You want to have your marbles when you're older. You don't want to be that guy fucking knocking on everyone's door. You've gone whereabouts, you know? Like, that's a... But I mean, it's not just rugby. It'll be like any contact sport, you know? We played this collision game with no pads and no headgear and no helmets. So, investing in something like the smart mouth guard for any school, bro, it's ahead of its time, you know?
Nice. Yeah, man, it's good. It's good because you know, people talking about better technology these days, and I think, you know, talking about safety now. A lot of concussion issues happening in the game. You know, there's been a death now of Billy Guyton, who died because he had CTE. Just recently, the first rugby union player to die from CTE. So yeah, it's a big and the numbers are coming down. Like the Balinese are taking the kids out of rugby because putting them into soccer because of the head knocks, you know. And you can't sweep it under the carpet what the NFL was trying to do for a long time. You gotta put it out there and make sure these safety things are in place, which I might add might all change the rules, and you can see that in rugby union. A lot of rules have been changed to mitigate head knocks and concussions. It might not be a good rule for the fans, because as a spectator sport, you want it still to be, you know, something that you're used to watching, not something that you change the whole game. So there should be a balance there, and I think they haven't figured it out, but I think these mouth guards is a good step in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, man. And to answer his what if you got a mouth guard and one of your boys slaps you? Fucking find some new friends, man. You hang out with guys who stupidly hit you on the head while you got in your mouth. You all guys to show the kind of people you keep company, man, you know? Stop talking about your mate Mossa. What an ugly dude.
We actually got a post then from one of the listeners. Antana, who's also part of the Westwards Network and host of the 135 Footy Show. He posted, if you're a vegetarian, but eat all the vegetarian food at the shared lunch before you eat the normal food, is that up there with parking your car in a wheelchair car park? Asking for a friend.
This is where I wish I'm having Iroquois on me, because I can tell you right now, there was only 2 vegetarian sausage rolls in the pile before everyone ate up. Oh man, I feel your pain on that one, man. I feel your pain on that one. I don't know how many lunches I've sat down and they forget about the vegans, they forget about the vegetarian, but then one eye guy, he says, "Oh no, I don't eat deep fried chicken." So he goes and helps himself and clears all the freaking vegetarian meat I ate, and then he goes back for second and starts eating everything else. Yeah, those guys are freaking fucking idiots, man. Honestly, they are the real. That's what you call the real eye guys, eh? I think
it's funny when I read it, because that situation happens at my work, because we have these morning teas, right?
Yeah.
And because other people come bring these morning teas like outside the office, like these because they're trying to sell their products to us, so they always bring a morning tea, and they always ask the question, "Oh, any vegetarians in the office, so we can have some vegetarian options?" And we always say yes, because at that time she doesn't work with us anymore. But there was a girl at my work; she was a vegetarian, so we had to cater for her every time. But I remember like every time we sit down and we got the food in front of us, and they're always saying, "Oh yeah, here's the sausage rolls, here's blah blah blah, here's the savories, here's the sandwiches, here's the whatever," and that box there, that's for that's a vegetarian option. Man, honest, they look nice, eh? They look really good, eh? Sometimes they look nicer than everything else on the plate, eh? So if you walk in without hearing all this, walk in late and sit down and you see it, and you grab it because that's the nicest looking thing in front of you. You don't just eat it, man.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if my experience, vegetarians in our office have been all women. I don't think any men have been vegetarians unless they're on a diet or on a health buzz sort of thing. But as for Tana's question, I don't know. I mean, as an islander, if we knew what was going on, if we knew that there was a vegetarian in the midst.
I'll say you're saying it's alright if you don't know.
I mean, if you don't know, you don't know, right?
I think it's
not our fault we can eat anything. Like vegetarians, they have to eat a certain thing, right? They can't eat any meat, so they have to be picky what they eat. But us, we eat everything. Like, it doesn't really matter, right?
Nah, man. And I've heard that the worst place this place I worked at was with KFC and pizza. And when they put the pizza in, so like everything had like, it was like the base sauce, eh? It was a tomato sauce, or one had barbecue sauce. They couldn't eat any of it. So they were happy with just the potato and gravy and fries. In my mind, I was thinking, damn, he's gonna let everyone else eat all this other food and just let them eat the potatoes, the mashed with that was sad. It made me sad, man. I was like, but then the one guy comes in asking for the mashed potato. I was like, oh, shut up, man. Fuck, he got all these other 6 other pizzas to fucking eat.
Okay, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Like, if you were the vegetarian, right? And you had this one thing on the plate there for you, and some guy just comes in, grabs it, eats it.
Yeah, I'm annoyed if they say they put it on a lunch, and then that means you didn't bring any lunch. Not like I was gonna take lunch, but they have to eat the food that was for you. That's up there with the freaking guy who parks in the handicap parking, man. That's for that. The fine for that should be go to Jason Sutty's gym, go hold the pads, but the imaginary pads with no pads, and just hold the imaginary pads for him to kick you in the head. Like, that's slam muffs, bro. That's you.
But I think now I think to answer the question, it's not the same as parking in a handicap. Wait. Unless you get caught. If you park in a handicap, don't get caught. Then what's the problem, right? If you park in a handicap for 2 minutes and no handicap car comes to use it, then it should be right. It's the same as if you grab the vegetarian options on the plate and eat it, and there's nothing for the actual vegetarian person in the group. Like, are they gonna die? Are they gonna survive? I mean, is it the end of the world? Is it the end of the world? It's free food, man.
Courtesy. It's courtesy, I think it's courtesy for those who know, and those who know better.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Same courtesy when there's no car park at all and there's only the handicap parking left, and you say to yourself, "I just need to jump in, jump out. I'm only here for like 2 minutes. What are you gonna do? You're gonna jump in there, right?"
Well, to all those people who do that, be prepared if Junior Fa or Jason Sati taps on your glass window and gives you a free elbow to the nose. Like, you should not get upset. Pick up your blood nose again. Nah, I'm all good, bro. I'm all right. Nah, I'm not gonna ring the police. It's all good.
Suffer the consequences, eh?
Yeah.
Suffer the consequences. So let's get into some Fia Poko of the week. So what have you got for us?
Oh man, it's been a couple of weeks since we've posted, but I think the last one we posted today was the guy who was trying to run alongside the colonel. You know, the Eden Parkers, the coupe to that whoever beats the colonel, eh?
Yep. That's a stupid ass race, man.
That was a race. Nah, but the race was like fucking the colonel was running like 9 seconds flat. But I don't know. But that I posted this one, and this has gone off and I mean this out of love to our kama Saya Frank Sola, who posted that it's probably been a few weeks since the Whaamei Lemea Get a Kupe Countdown came out. But bro, Frank Sola's gotta go on the list, man, because I've just seen that backlash of people hating on him on Facebook over his jam that he dropped. And I don't know if we played it or we did it on one episode. I put that as in is that typically us just to make fun of ourselves and roll with it? Or is that like simply like straight Fia Poko, like because I can tell you 90% of the comments underneath that song always on it. Oh, nga kaya ke push, I don't know, fuck. Like, first someone was hating on that he's ruining the Stand By Me song, and then everyone else is giving him a 5 cents about what kind of music he should be singing. Yeah, so I don't know, but I think because he went there and made the video clip, yeah, that deserves a Fia Poko, Another one is I've been watching these people, like, you know what a funnel is for. So a funnel, like, you run out of petrol, you need a funnel, right? And you fill up your car. So sometimes a gas bottle doesn't do it. So I've watched a funnel in a bakery, what looks like a kitchen, and this is pouring one what looks like soy sauce, one bottle of soy sauce into another bottle of soy sauce using a funnel. But instead of putting it like inside the bottle to receive it, like obviously the funnel is tapered like a triangle, and you want it to catch everything from overflowing out. But it's just the stupidity of some people who don't know how to use these things to make your life easier, right? So a lady, she sees this lady trying to use the funnel, and she's got the funnel upside down at its smallest point and to its widest point over the top of the bottle. And then he's like, no, shh, you're doing it wrong. Then he grabs the bottle, picks up the funnel, flips it upside down, and then he picks the bottle that was just getting filled up with the wide side open now, coming out of the bottle, pouring it into the other bottle, which has makes no fucking sense at all. That is, I don't know if that's The same as parking in the handicap parking, or just straight fucking Fia down Marane. So remember, our funnel is supposed to help you make your life easier by putting the smallest point into the top of the bottle, and then you can pour as much as you want until you fill the funnel up. But these guys, bro, I don't know how they become chefs, eh? And there's two more actually. So another one is a guy who's posted is on Instagram, and I had to wonder if this guy was like mucking around or whether he was playing or not. But see if I can play the audio. So there's a guy carrying I don't know what the name of the flag is called.
Confederate flag.
The Confederate flag.
Yeah.
And he has the nerve to say to some Maori guys, "Do you know how much a slave costs?" Like, wow. Like, he obviously didn't know his history, but the confidence in his, "Do you know how much a slave costs?" Like, fuck me, man. Like, if he was from the South, like, I can imagine if this guy was from South America, yeah, this guy would be walking around with a flag. Blacks wouldn't be allowed to use your toilet, and like, not even like integration wasn't even a thing. But the fact that he said, "Do you know how much a slave costs?" Oh shit. He obviously didn't know, because he did not. He probably wasn't expecting that response. But yeah, I think I titled that. That's what happens when two monkeys have a kid.
That was appropriate comment too.
And the
Caption.
last one I wrote is "I can't," and this is from a lady, and I don't know how people perceive it if they would have watched it on the page, but it's a lady. She gets picked up for an appointment from an Uber driver. I'll just play the audio, but it's yeah. Shout out to my cousin Tuzo who commented down below, because yeah, that's what I can say. It's like it's got my family vibes on it.
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh.
What a bitch.
I'll be honest, I couldn't help, but I was trying not to laugh because I have family members who are exactly like this. So when I watched it, I was cracking up, man, because I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
If you were the Uber driver, what would you have done? I would have kicked her out, man. Who cares about the 5 stars or whatever?
Yeah. Well, when I first watched it, I was laughing. Then I watched it back, and I was thinking to myself, maybe she has anxiety. Like, that's how someone with anxiety would act in that moment right there. But I just laughed how her 0 to 100 is like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I have so many family members who are exactly like this.
That's 0 to 100, man.
That's a tough list, man. Like, in that situation, I don't know who the Fia Poko is. The fact that she was complaining about the Uber, she could have asked for a van when she rang and requested. She could have asked for like a big car, or the driver. So the driver was just, he was just doing his job. But I'll leave it to you, so you can pick out Fia Poko of the week, because that list is pretty good, eh?
Yeah, I'm picking this one.
This
and I'm
lady?
gonna share it. I'm sharing it. This one. I'm picking this dude.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the hell? And that's the help part, eh? He's trying to oh man. The hell?
So that's what got me used. The fact that she had it upside down, and all she had to do was just turn it over, and then you think he's gonna do right by her, and then he goes and pours it. Oh nah. Shut Oh man, nah, yeah, that and this one, bro, two good ones, eh?
That was my Fia Poko of the week, that one. The bad advice and the work. Sweet. Got any food reviews?
Nah, I haven't had any. I haven't been out dining or anything. But I'm gonna give props, man, to that place up the road here, man. They do that $10 barbecue place, man. They are neat.
Who's that?
I think the chop suey is getting better and better. Yeah.
Oh, the one at BP.
Yeah, across the road. I think it's they make pizzas. I forgot what the freaking place is.
Oh, where's this? At Glendean's?
Glendean
shop.
Roundabout, yeah. So
Oh.
they do the barbecue plates most Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays.
Oh, I don't know they do barbecue. What
Yeah.
place is that?
You know, next door to, oh, so you got Mei Ling's 3 doors over.
Yeah.
It's a pizzeria place. But
Oh,
no, yeah, they do the
like beach pizza or something.
yeah, beach pizza, but they do island plates,
Oh,
barbecue. But it's not even barbecue. It's just like a cooked mamoy, sausage, and a chicken drumstick, potato salad, and chop suey. $10.
oh yeah.
But I think it's good, man, because they do keke poa as well, but they don't do pork. They do, I think it's chicken and mamoy. Yeah, but they say keke poa like on the sign. Then you get, is it pork? But you go, oh, it's lamb. And you go, oh, okay. But yeah, 250, 250. But now it's been what was it, last week? Yeah, last week Friday came in clutch for us. It was just me and the older kids here. I got 2 plates plus 4 lamb buns. Oh, my kids were in my own, eh? Like I chose not to eat my plate because I was thinking, oh, leave it because one of the kids would be hungry later. But nah, they smashed the plates and said it was good, eh? Value for money for $10. What you got? But yeah, I've talked about it. I've had it. I think I shared it a while ago. The last time we pod, but I ended up getting me some stuff from BP as well. But nah, yeah, if you're out and about, man, $10 up in Glendale. It's a pizza haven. Was it pizza? Beach pizza.
Mm.
Good
Yeah,
plate,
something
man.
like that. I know the pizza store there. I want to make shout out to Matthew Gray because on the social media he posted up a place to try a burger joint called Kane's Burger, and that's in Henderson. In between Henderson Mall car park across the road from the train station,
Yeah,
that entrance into the mall. On the
left
left
one,
hand side, you've got that little
block of shop.
alcove with the laundromat.
Yeah,
On that side, on the left hand side, there's a there's a burger joint called Kane's Burgers.
used to be another joint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I saw it on his page, saying, "Oh, you gotta try out this burger place, Kane's Burger, Henderson." So I had that in my memory banks, Kane's Pizza, Kane's Burger, and I never really went until I was looking for something to eat on Saturday night, and I was driving around the area, and isn't that Kane's Burger joint around here? So I drove in, hoping to try it out, but as I went in, so it was packed. There's a queue.
hey,
This was only 6 o'clock, 6:30.
oh
Friday night. It was Friday night, 6:30, 7 o'clock,
yeah,
around about then. So I just drove away because man, I don't want to wait. I knew it was gonna be a long wait. There was people outside waiting and cars. That whole car park was full. I think everybody in the car park was going to that burger place.
yeah,
So that's one to try out for the pod.
future, yeah.
Kane's Burger. See what all the fuss is about.
I wonder if they're on DoorDash.
Okay, let's get to what have we been watching. Anything good on the tube?
Yeah, man, I've been following. To those of you know that I watched that was it that man, I don't know, my fog brain. The family over in Seattle that something with Rona. Shit, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
Is it that Salmon family?
Yeah, there's Samoan family.
Oh, and that's the one that had the barbecue for the whole neighborhood?
Yeah, yeah, man. They do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Cooking with Rona.
Yeah.
Cooking with Rona. Got a lot of fire, man. That's sad, eh? Like, cause she's the daughter. She obviously got married and she moved up to she moved up north from where they were, from Seattle, away from Washington and Seattle. But she tried to go into like to basically training for the army. And then she obviously shared like a couple of episodes ago why she was being released. And in the comments thread, bro, like she got attacked, like from someone said that she was Gaia. She left because she was Gaia. And it was pretty sad, like, because obviously there was a reason why she left. But it's like that's how you know, like, when you watch stuff like that, it's real. Like, you know, like people that are on it are real. She was just sharing like how she miscarried, so she had her bloods and that all done, had all that checked, and then she managed to leave. But before she came back, they didn't check her one of her results didn't come in on time. So she was there for like, I think 2.5 weeks, and then medically they sent her home, and they're buzzing out like why she had even made it that far. Like they shouldn't have let her like her results and that come in and then dispatched her to the training. But yeah, she was just sharing it, and like just shows like, man, gotta fight this family, because the family are looking at her trying to relocate. But I was just like thinking, because like her parents, like they go church hard out, and they got kids. They got like Rena would be the second one that's planning to try and become part of the military and that. But it's just seeing how Rita, which is the wife, chef's wife, is like just sitting there letting her daughter talk, like and she was like saying, like we're real people, like we're real people. Like, so for someone to call me Kaya, like in a platoon of 60, 12 people had already left. Most of them were guys, and like I'm one of, like she said, she was like one of maybe 10 ladies that remained. And like some of the training that they did was pretty extensive, and like in between that time she got a miscarriage, you know what I mean? But it's sad, like she didn't show the symptoms, but she wasn't feeling well. They checked her bloods. That's when they released her, and they said go home, go and recover. So man, I was like pretty sad watching that, like considering like gosh, like she just got married, and like being sent out to basic training and then miscarried, and her husband's still at the camp, And she said, if I got released saying that like I was Kaya, I would still be there, because I'll be waiting like months. Like, because when people try and get released or get sent home, they have to wait a few months. But she got released like it wasn't even a whole week from when she found out that she had miscarried. So I've been watching that, and then my same old off the grid living. It's a couple building a shed that I've been watching for the last 3 weeks. It's pretty cool, man. Like, because I've just seen the transformation of an old shed. It was just like 8 posts and a roof, and then they've gone and put walls up, and they've cleared the foundation in there, and they cut their own wood as well. Yeah, and I find it real. I don't know. Just find it real. Like, calms me down. Like just watching wood being cut on a big machine, like especially from a raw tree trunk. Like I noticed, like, man, that's pretty buzzy. Like, and then they stack it, and then they go and do some building with the wood that they've salvaged from their land. So, that's what I've been watching. I haven't been watching anything else apart from trying to catch up on Shorty. But it's only too much drama on Short and Street, man.
Yeah, I mean, man, I watched there's like a mini series on Netflix called Eric. Yeah, I watched it. I give it a 5 out of 10. But it's an 8 episode miniseries. It's got good actors. It's starring Benedict Cumberbatch, and he plays. It's set in 1985 in New York City.
Yeah,
and it's about a guy. He's a puppeteer, so he does this children's show with these puppets. So he puts a puppet in his hand and he talks like that. And he created the show, right? And he's in a marriage with his wife and their kid, but their marriage is on the rocks. So they're always arguing. She's cheating on him. They're in the brink of divorce, and they're always arguing and fighting. And the kid, he sees the arguments and sort of escapes until one day he goes missing. He goes missing. So the movie's about the parents trying to find their kid through the news, and the guy, he's an alcoholic. His life goes downhill. Finds out his wife's cheating. His wife's actually pregnant to the guy she's cheating with, and the father, his life spirals down. Yeah, it's about that, and at the same time, it's about the cop who's investigating the missing kid, and at the same time, he's because there's another kid, a black kid, that's missing as well in the neighborhood, and he was missing 11 weeks before the other kid was missing, and so the investigation leads. There's a connection between the two missing kids, so there's a conspiracy there. So yeah, it's a film about sort of like you follow the father who goes down this downward spiral, and also follow the detective of who's investigating the case, because the other case is connected, and you go to the other case as well. So yeah, there's a lot of layers. If you're into like that sort of stuff, if you're into like a story about you know just how marriage can end, and sometimes you can go down a downward spiral, and how it affects the kids, and that sort of thing, then yeah, I thought it was alright. I thought it was kind of average, but there was a lot of hype about it. There's a lot of hype about it. It's called Eric. It's on Netflix. Watch that. Also, like The Boys. If you're into the Boys, The Boys season 4 started last week. So you get I don't know. Have you watched that? Have you been watching that?
Nah.
Yeah, it's like a superhero kind of. But these superheroes are pretty bad superheroes. Yeah, The Boys season 4. Haven't watched any new movies lately. Have you watched any new movies?
Inside Out. Is it Inside Out? That
Oh, the kids one.
Yeah, the kids one. The kids trying to get me to watch it because the part 2's coming out, the movies.
Oh yeah.
So I was getting angry. I started getting angry, man. At there's a blue emotion, and it's the memory one.
Yeah.
I watched it touch because all the memories of the emotions come up on it's colored balls, eh? And it's just the cartoons inside the girl's brain, man. So I started getting angry. So I just stopped myself from watching it because I was starting getting annoyed. So yeah, no, but the kids are keen to watch Despicable Me 4.
Oh yeah.
I know that's what's coming up.
Oh nice.
I probably got halfway through the movie, man, and I was getting angry. Shit's stupid, man. Stop touching everything. Shit.
Yeah, man. So those, I think that's all say for another episode. Should we do some last words?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to be back in the on the mic again. I was missing playing back the episode on Tuesday, Thursday. But no, I'd like to just take the opportunity just to congratulate my family over in Hawaii at the moment. Just making memories and waving the Tokelau flag, especially for Mum's village and in Atahu. Yeah, my boy's 1 month yesterday, and I planted his placenta finally. I went to the market last week with my 2 older kids, and yeah, was just walking out, and you know how you walk out of Avondale Market, and it's usually through either the second hand, people just selling stuff from the boot of their car. But then I walked past a lady, she obviously sells pot plants. And then I just clicked, oh shit, I gotta give my son a plant, So I got a frangipani plant. So I've planted it yesterday. But yeah, the Turkic belief is that you're supposed to plant a tree with your placenta. They say as we return back to the earth. But the tree's supposed to grow in strength just like your kamaki is supposed to be mature, and just like the plant. So that's the hoping that my son will be healthy, and now that I've planted his tree and he's a month old, I just want to say to my wife, man, she's been awesome, man. She's been a really strong lady. I honestly didn't know how we did it, but I also wish that we had our kids a lot more older, just that we had more patience, But yeah, to anyone thinking of who gets news that they got a baby in the oven, and the new grandparents and that, man, kids are blessings, man, no matter what the situation is, I'm grateful that I've been able to have a baby at my age, and just just lucky I got a solid missus, and my family are always keen to help out. So with that, yeah, you know what it is.
Nice. Yeah, man. Just wanna thank you for jumping on every week, and hopefully the rest of the gang can join in next week, and we'll hit it up again. Empty out the clip. You can find us on Spotify and YouTube. Also, we'll be dropping channel 1 through 5 episodes soon. Hopefully tonight, man. been on that editing buzz for a week now. But yeah, I'll get that across. We're gonna do another channel 135 this week on episode 4, I believe. Yeah, 4 on the acolyte. And I think me and Eric will jump on channel 135 and do the Boys season 4 episodes 1 to 3. So yeah, tune into the West West Network, and don't forget the West West Sports will be out in 2 weeks' time. Another edition. Hope everyone have a safe week. Let's, man. Thanks, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.